I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
The Senate is back on Capitol Hill this week as former President Trump's second impeachment trial is looming and 3 new Democratic senators have been sworn in.
Mr. Ossoff, Mr. Padilla, Mr. Warnock.
The Democrats now have a Senate majority with the arrivals of Jon Ossoff and Raphael Warnock, and newly inaugurated Vice President Harris providing a tie-breaking vote. Because the body itself will be split 50-50, incoming Majority Leader Chuck Schumer and outgoing Majority Leader Mitch McConnell are negotiating a power-sharing agreement that is likely to feature equal seats on committees and mutual power to send tied committee votes to the floor. That means Democrats will control both the White House and Congress for the first time in 10 years.
And the Senate Democratic majority is committed to delivering the bold change and help that Americans need and demand. Help is on the way.
The Senate control shift is a factor that'll influence what happens next with the article of impeachment against former President Trump. The House impeached Trump a second time for inciting an insurrection before the Capitol riot on January 6. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi hasn't given a timeline when she'll send the article to the Senate for trial. But once that happens, all other business in the chamber generally grinds to a halt unless there is a deal to conduct other work.
Any finer point on the timing for the articles of impeachment? No? Okay.
The Senate has yet to schedule a trial to determine Trump's guilt or innocence. McConnell said last week he would listen to arguments presented during the Senate trial before deciding how to vote on the impeachment charge.
I had a discussion today with some folks in the House and the Senate, and the question is, can you go half day on dealing with the impeachment and half day getting my people nominated and confirmed in the Senate, as well as moving on the package. So that's my hope and expectation.
Schumer outlined a packed agenda for the coming weeks.
A second impeachment trial of Donald Trump, the confirmation of President Biden's cabinet and other key officials, and legislation to provide much-needed, almost desperately needed COVID relief. Again, that's 3 essential items of business.
Despite an uncertain roadmap in the 50-50 Senate, which is struggling to adopt its basic rules. It would take 2/3 of the Senate to convict Trump, so Republican senators would need to supply 17 votes if all Democrats vote against Trump. A majority is needed to bar him from running for office in the future. Historically, presidential impeachment has been an all-consuming affair for the upper chamber, threatening all other significant business. Previous trials have lasted several weeks, like Trump's first trial, which took 21 days. While some Democratic lawmakers said it would be a much shorter trial this time around,
we don't need a long investigation to know the president incited right-wing terrorists to attack the Congress to try to overturn constitutional government.
The House impeachment managers, who act as prosecutors, may feel compelled to present witnesses and evidence highlighting the president's role in the mob violence, as well as legal arguments rebutting the claim that formal officials cannot be convicted. Until negotiations over Senate procedures are resolved, many of Biden's cabinet selections could linger in limbo. Democratic senators, like Klobuchar, remain optimistic.
We should be able to juggle having the nominations in the mornings and doing the impeachment trial in the afternoons and passing pandemic relief at night. It shouldn't be that hard because the American people are doing it right now.
The next several months will be very, very busy and a very consequential period for the United States Senate. Let us begin our work in earnest.